G'day everybody, welcome back to Enshrouded. Blue here. We are again in Wistful Fields. The beginning of this episode, and we'll probably be here maybe all of the episode. Unless we decide to perhaps break up the episode with a few question marks here and there and maybe a little bit of exploration. But anyway, we are still building this structure for the farmer and the hunter, but you can probably see a little bit of a difference since where we left off in the previous episode. We did start making the roof in the previous episode, and yeah, I had some real issues trying to get the right aesthetic going on at the very tip of the roof. And I ended up sort of breaking everything back down and sort of experimenting with how to actually place the roof tiles against each other to achieve that look. And I think I've got the general gist of it. So we're going to actually start by placing down the roof again, and I'll actually show you how it's done. Now, that's kind of a blessing in disguise, because I also then realized after a while that I kind of wanted to do something a little bit special. Well, not special, but you know, something nice in the center. And I decided that perhaps maybe we should have a little bit of a nook in the attic where you can sort of see outside. There's going to be like a window. So we'll obviously need to achieve that as part of placing down the roof. You'll see all sorts of tiles everywhere that I've placed down. A few reasons for that. We've been dying quite a lot while we're up here because we keep falling from the second story. Yeah, I've ended up sort of using potions, bandages, etc, etc. So a lot of it is to sort of prevent that from happening. Hopefully we won't have too much of an issue there. But also I've got a lot of these walls up here because I've been experimenting with just the different types of looks of wooden walls that I might want to actually use as part of the build. So that's why they're there. We might end up doing something similar with like maybe even stone walls and stuff, just so that we can sort of actually reference stuff while we're building. But anyway, let's get to it. So back to the roof shape, and we want the 4 meters or 4x4 meters, or the 4x4 meter pieces rather, to begin with. And yeah, let's try our best here to get what we want. So obviously we do want an overhang, and the way I'm achieving that really is by clipping a little bit. So you can see the clipping there. I do want overhang on the sides by about a couple of tiles, or a couple of blocks rather, and then overhang in the back there by a couple of tiles as well. So I'm just going to push this back a little bit and place that piece down. So I assume we have got the right look here. So that should be 2 tiles down this way as well. So I want to achieve something similar on that other side as well. So let's quickly do that. Again, I find it helpful to have a frame of reference, and then you can sort of go here and then go, okay, yeah, that's 1, 2 tiles that way. Then you can place it down. And yeah, so this is sort of a good starting point. What I might do is I might actually get rid of some of these here because they are going to be in the way. And yeah, what's important is to keep the stuff that's down here, obviously, because we keep falling. Right, so that side is done. Let's actually just do the 2 for the other side, and then we'll talk about next steps from there. Okay, looking good, and then 1 more here. Alright, brilliant. So, from here, what I want to do is actually get the sort of the same segment moving upwards and sort of starting to develop that sort of point at the very top. So let's just start with that much. It probably is not enough, but it's a good starting point. Okay, we're getting there. Now, this last little segment here at the very tip is the key. So, whatever you do, if you're trying to achieve what I'm trying to achieve, and I mean, I doubt that a lot of you guys are sort of looking at any of my videos as a guide to building because I'm no expert, but whatever you do, you don't actually want to overlap. So see what happened just there? So if I just undo that for a second, and I can actually show you, but what, oh, okay, well, we made a bit of a mistake there, so let me just correct that anyway. And it seems like we may have made a mistake right here as well. Yeah, it's so hard to know exactly whether or not you've placed things in the right spot. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Try again on this side. Okay, cool. That looks right to me. Let's just inspect this side. Looks good. Okay, so if I just sort of use this as an example and just quickly undo, but what's happening is we're not really overlapping the roof pieces at all, right? They are just touching each other. If you can see the example there of where this piece is going to be placed down, that's exactly what we want. So no overlap, just a touch, I suppose, at the very end. And then it will create that effect. So it was very, very difficult for me to sort of figure that out. I wonder if I can actually replicate it with, like, single pieces, because I feel like even when I was, like, experimenting with single pieces, I was having some real issues trying to get the... Yeah, see? So it's kind of strange there, so you are getting the effect. But it only shows up once you put, like, two pieces diagonally against each other, like so, and then you do the same thing on the other side, but they're not exactly overlapping, but they are sort of side by side. So, yeah. Anyway, if any of you guys are having trouble, that's the way to achieve it. Now, the other issue that we had in the previous episode, obviously, was the fact that we were trying to double up on the roof pieces. And yeah, so again, I've been doing a lot of testing and, you know, all sorts of trial and error. But as long as you follow exactly the same sort of method that we've followed for what we've just achieved here, we should be able to actually have the second layer achieve the same thing. So that's exactly what we're going to try and do now. So let's do it. Now, you can see that it disappears again, but if you replicate it on this side, we should get that effect. Should being the key word here, so I'm really hoping that I've got it right here. Oh no, okay. Well, something's happened, obviously. Let's try that again. I think we need to actually go a little bit higher. That could be the reason why we're having an issue. So, yeah, there we go. Nice. So, you still have the double layered roof effect, plus the nice aesthetic on the very top of the roof as well. So that looks really nice. And yeah, in case you guys missed why we're doing a double layer roof, is because we do want to hide the clip or the clipping effect that we're getting on the sides of the roof, because as you can see here, you can see parts of the floor on the inside are actually sticking out, and that's not what we want. So let me achieve the same thing on this side, and then we'll sort of come back and talk about what's next from there. Alright, I think this looks good. Let me just inspect the other side here. Brilliant. Okay, so we could work on this side, though I'm sort of unsure about whether or not I want to have a little nook facing this side as well. It's a nice idea, but we do have the staircase coming up, and I'm not entirely sure if it's feasible because of that. But yeah, we'll play it by ear. For now though, I'm just going to work on this center section, which will be quite complicated to do, a little bit more complicated, because obviously we do have a double layer to also achieve here. So anyway, I'm going to start by just measuring stuff using some actual pieces here. We may actually leave the pieces in there, or we may take them down. We'll see how we go. But I'm thinking to complement the aesthetic of this structure, we're going to use, well, if I show you, we're going to use the refined wood blocks, which is this one here. I was thinking about using maybe the shroud wood walls, but I decided against that because I think this has a little bit more of a warmer color and feel to it, so that's what we're going for. So firstly, I do want to just measure out, I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, 8 blocks, and another 8 blocks this way from this side. And yeah, from here we do want to go back to the roof pieces, and we want to actually start putting down a roof, but we are actually using one of these special corner pieces. So let's actually get that in. If I can get it in the right spot. Right. And one more. Right there. Hang on. Sorry. Didn't rotate it correctly. My bad. Now I'm not entirely sure if these are the right pieces to use, because they may actually be a little bit too big. I might go for smaller pieces, but I don't know if that's entirely necessary because I would have to continue the shape myself anyway. So it could be about just carving the rest out, and I might actually have to get rid of some of these pieces manually. I swear, I've almost died so many times testing things. Yeah, I sort of need more platforms on this side, to be honest, in hindsight. But anyway, let's come back to this top section. Yeah, okay, so these pieces are looking a little bit strange. Yeah, there we go. It's because they're overlapping, and now you can start to see that effect being achieved. Brilliant. That's exactly what we want, but having said that, we do need to double up the thickness, and obviously we need to try and increase the height to this side, so I'll be spending a little bit of time doing that right now. Alright, time for bed. But I will go back out there pretty quickly after we have a sleep. I might just quickly grab some water and grab some wood that's just sitting around here, guys. We may as well get a few things chugging away while we're doing our building, because I'm still making like fried brick and all sorts of other stuff. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna need quite a lot of materials still, so I don't think I've gathered nearly enough for the entire project. But yeah, I could drop some more wood in here for more charcoals and stuff, but we do have a lot of bars of stuff, so perhaps maybe that's not really needed. Yeah, okay. I think we've got too much stuff here, which is preventing things from moving along. Yeah, so I'll just hold on to the clay for the moment. I can put more wood in there. And yeah, that's about 100 and... or maybe about 400 or so fried brick, which is not bad. And I'm pretty sure fried brick is what we need for the the actual roof pieces that we're currently using. Alright, back to it. Okay, we're looking pretty decent here, but I mean, as you can see, we've got a bit of an issue right in the center of the actual build over here, and I'm gonna have to carve what we want out. So I'm gonna spend some time doing that right now, guys, and this should also give us some of the roof tiles back, which I do want. Alright guys, so I think we've managed to carve things out to the way we want, but I'm just looking at the amount of roof tile blocks that we have. We probably will need a little bit more than what we currently have, so let us actually go back and make some more. And yeah, in terms of that little nook with the window, I think what we'll do is actually elongate the roof section of that as well. We do need to obviously double up the thickness as well, so roof tile blocks, yeah, we do need the fried brick, so let me just quickly grab that. We've got, yeah, we've got a little bit, but we're still producing some more. So hopefully with all of the wood being in there, we should be able to make some more. Ah, we need actual lumps of clay along with the brick, so I forget about that. Okay, hopefully that'll let us work with the roof for a little bit longer. Do have a little bit of tar here, which I don't really need to carry around with me, nor do I need to carry around these sage leaves, so let me just throw that in there. Bit of water. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with that. Maybe I'll just throw that in here. We've got a lot of water sitting around. I suppose we haven't really been doing a lot of growing recently. Yeah, I don't think I'm really going to be getting into that anytime soon until after we finish building stuff. The only thing that I feel like I might need to make sometime soon are things like potions and stuff, because I keep falling and hurting myself. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna work on the sides of this roof and see if we can just make it a little bit longer. Not too much, but tiny little bit. By perhaps maybe that length there. So again, we might actually have to carve a few things out from the back again, like we did before. And this is probably the best time for us to also start thinking about the thickness, so hang on a sec, let me just make sure that that is the same width. Yeah, okay, so that looks good. And now for doubling things. I'm hoping we get that effect. If not, then something's gone wrong. Okay. Something's gone wrong. Let's try that again. And maybe I'll just try achieving the effect first before we continue. Yeah, that's what we want. Alright. Okay, we're looking really good now. Now the question from here is whether or not I want to try and replicate what's going on this side with a thing over on this side. Very good question. Does it make sense to do that, knowing where the staircase is coming up? I suppose it's not a bad look though, is it? So yeah, I might try to achieve the same thing, so yeah, bear with me guys. Okay, I think we are making some decent progress here, guys. But there's still a little bit more to go, obviously. I think probably just need to carve the inside a little bit at this point. I'm hoping it won't really take too long. But we'll see how we go. Then there's a matter of actually putting the walls into that upper level for the attic. And yeah, making sure that we've actually got some windows to work with. But yeah, this side is definitely looking good. I think we do need to elongate and thicken the roof on this side. Oops, almost fell to my death there. Alright, let's just quickly do that. Okay, so at least from the outside, things look good. And symmetrical as well, which is nice, but we do need to spend a little bit of time cleaning up the insides, so let's go ahead and do that. I think we've got some problems created on this side as well, but I don't think it's going to be too difficult to fix. Okay guys, so I think we've done the right amount of carving here on the sides. If anything, there's probably a bit of a problem right here, which let me just actually fix this right now. Okay, not entirely sure if we will be using the tiles in this section here. Probably not. Perhaps maybe we do need to use something different, because yeah, it's right next to the staircase, so we'll probably need to consider what kind of pieces go there. It could potentially just be the same sort of flooring pieces. And just sort of trying to compare what we've got going here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if this is correct. suppose it depends on how we address the walls to this place, which we are going to do now. And I might sort of experiment a little bit. It's so difficult to get that voxel there. Wonder if yeah, it's probably a little bit better if I do it from here. Yeah, it's interesting to also take a look at what's going on from the inside. Definitely a semi-weird look from here. But it's not all bad. Alright, so... walls. I'm sort of trying to think about what is best. Hoping that doesn't create too much of a problem there in the corner. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Again, I'm still not entirely sure about this section here, but as I said, we'll move on to actually getting some walls in place. And I'm probably going to use the 2x2 meter pieces, and we'll use some refined wood blocks for this. So the idea is, yeah, I probably want a wall that juts out a tiny bit, but not too much. So around there, I think. And this is another good reason why you would want to double up on the roofs, because as soon as you put these sorts of pieces in, you may find that it'll start clipping if you only had the one layer of the roof tiles. I don't know if that's actually sticking out. Let me just double check. It doesn't look like it. So that's good. And we'll wall all of this up. Try and get a better angle. Might have better luck using the single voxel pieces here. Not like that. maybe from the outside. Okay, so this is where we probably do want to just finesse this a little bit more. No. Okay. I'm having some real trouble with that. Let me maybe use 2x2 blocks maybe, or actually I should be able to maybe use this piece here. Alright, very close to death all the time. Oh, I see what's going on. We also don't really have too many of these pieces. That could be preventing us from doing what we want to do. Okay. I think that was the problem there. We might have had a roof tile in the wrong place. Okay, looking good. And then we want to just quickly carve out a window. And yeah, we're going to do the same thing on this side. Hopefully we'll be able to achieve the same kind of wall. I think we need to correct that little section there, potentially. No. Okay, I think the roofs are correct, so really need to do anything there. I was just sort of experimenting a little bit. Yeah, we might need to go back and make some tiles, but some roof blocks, but we'll see how far we can get with what we have. Yeah, that looks good. And try and fix this up. Yeah, very nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll clean this section up as well. Yeah, out of the refined wood blocks. I'm gonna need to just very quickly make some more. I can't remember what we need for refined wood blocks, to be honest, but we should be able to hopefully make it. Oh yes, we just need the wood planks, which I think we've got plenty of, for sure. Brilliant. Oh man, that took a while, didn't it? But I think we're there, guys. I think between this episode and the next one, I might actually just check on whether or not everything is in order, and I might do a few fixes here and there if I need to, but I think we've managed to achieve what we're looking for. We'll call it an episode here, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. When we come back, we'll obviously start sort of adding a little bit more detail to this place, and hopefully we don't have any, or sorry, hopefully we don't find any mistakes and stuff like that, but yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Alright, leave a like, guys, if you enjoyed the video. Otherwise, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.